Hey everyone, I got a request to do my top favorite journals. So these are my top 5 favorites. This one is my favorite ever. This one's the first one I used when I started regularly journaling in fall 2006, early 2007. This one took a few months, and I really liked this one. It was plain. It wasn't like the girly Dear Diary stuff and all floral like a lot of the ones that I'd tried using over the years. It's soft leather. It's got pin loops and everything, and they have changed these over the years. The leather's not as soft and the lines are a little bit darker, but this one had beige paper and the texture was good. And this was definitely my favorite ever. And then these two tie for second, but I'm going to go with this one as my second favorite because the leather's kind of cushiony, it's got gold edges, and just super pretty detailing. So yeah, this was one of my favorites. This one's from 2013. And next up is this one, and I love this one. This one really helped me get back into writing. It was just inspiring, and I really liked the design. And this thing was over 600 pages, and yeah, I used this one about 3 months. So this thing was pretty intense, but it was just thick, and I liked everything about it. The binding was nice. I collaged a little bit in it without paint, but still, it took that well. The paper's beige and plain. I usually like lines, but it was plain, and it was just vintage looking and really classy. I've been tempted to use another one of these. I saw them once in a black too, but yeah, I really liked this. Next up, if you're not really into leather, this is kind of a good alternative. This is just paper, but it looks like it's metal detailing. Super vintagey. I love the edges, especially when they're all stacked up on a shelf. This one's from 2015. Even the page edges are designed to match the covers with just ornateness everywhere. I still think these clasps should be in the center, but I got on a kick of using this size. They're 5x7. I think they have other sizes too, but nah. But yeah, 5x7 is the one I go for, and I like the size. The pages aren't so big that it feels like they're taking forever to fill the journal or the page, and it took collaging with paint pretty well, and yeah, there's that one. And then this one I loved. It's my first leopard print journal, and this one's from 2015 also. What year is it? Early 2015. I worked nights for about a week, like 2 weeks almost, and played around the city during the day. And I did Times Square New Year's again this year, and I put some crap from there in it. And this journal was really fun. I did collage with paint in here. The paper didn't really take it as well as the others here, but like this one took paint collaging a lot better. But this one was just a fun, light, reasonably quick one. Just made it shake a little bit. But yeah, this one, I really like this type of leopard print. It's not kitschy, it's just kind of nice. Like a nice, more dignified leopard print, if there is such a thing. So here they all are stacked up. I have a thing for looking at stacks. I don't know why, but I always have. So yeah, that's actually really heavy. So let's just look inside, shall we? I collaged a little bit in this, along with doing the touristy crap around the city. The collages are a bit dramatic, but it was nice to vent. Okay, yeah, it was really dramatic, but still. I haven't actually collaged this year. This song, The Life is Beautiful song by 6am, was, they also played that in Times Square during one of the first, not the first, during my favorite Times Square ever there, New Year's Eve 2007, going into 2008. That was my favorite year there, and they played the song over and over again as we were standing there freezing for 12 hours, so I've always liked that song since then. It's another collage. That one. Yeah, they're kind of super intense for like, oh, there's a pretty bird, and then like the words on it are kind of dark, but that's the Ellie Goulding song. Usually I did collages to song lyrics. This is if you know the song, you're old. It's Creed. Higher, I think is the name of this song. I did the usual pages like about me and favorite movies movies, TV shows, and books in this journal, but I also did a what's in my bag. I do that every few journals. It's just kind of fun to look back on. I just kind of vaguely, loosely define, vaguely, draw a bag and then write what it's actually supposed to be. And it's fun to look back on the kind of stuff we're interested in, the kind of style we have. So that kind of stuff that we think is going to be the same forever, but we end up changing. I have some of these from 2007. They're really fun to look back on. And here's books, movies, TV shows, and music. I've put in some postcards from my playtime around the city. Here's another collage from a Sia song. But yeah, that's that one. Next up is this, 2015. Here's a page of quotes and playlists. I wrote a poem and typed it up and glued it in there, and I titled it One Day, so I made a collage with the same title. And here's some more crap. These magazine pages were from, I want to say the 1930s or 40s. I found some really ridiculously old magazines at a discount bookstore and got a set. I kind of felt bad cutting up old magazines, but some of them were pretty trash and falling apart, so I used those so they at least have some kind of use. And this one, and that. I put this old stationery in here that I was a kid and then wrote some random Sanrio and just childhood memories on the next few pages. In recent years, I've been a lot more into decorating the inside covers, so I did stickers and This Life is Good thing. Yeah, more Sanrio and vintage crap. And then there's this one. I do wish this thing had a like a thing to close it, but I'm not sure how that would really work. I guess an elastic just attached would have worked just fine. But yeah, this was from 2013, like fall 2013. I hadn't really written for a while before I started using this. I'd been using pocket moleskins, and that size started to kind of make my hands hurt. So I wanted bigger, and I was eyeing this for about a week. I was like, all right, if I get enough done this week, I'm going to go to the bookstore this weekend and buy this thing. And yeah, the anticipation really made this particularly special. I found pen ink on my hand. Occasionally I'll write a large quote. Here's a page of songs I was liking at the time. And this page I wrote about my first time in Tokyo, and I found an old picture from there and just glued it in. My friend and I went on a random road trip to Fort Smith we were there for like less than a day. We were driving longer than we actually stayed there. And I found this milk and cookies thing in a magazine, so the next page I wrote about that. But occasionally for a childhood, like on a childhood vacation, my dad would go to the like gas station and get us milk and cookies. So I surprised him by going to his hotel at like midnight or 1 a.m. in the city. I was somewhere else, and he was looking there for places to live. I decided to go down. I decided to go somewhere and surprise him. And I showed up in the lobby of his hotel. And the hotel told me his room number. I didn't even really ID myself, and they were like, room 205. So I was like, okay. Called the number. I'm like, sir, your milk and cookies await you, in the most like room servicey voice I could muster. He didn't know it was me. He's like, what? And I'm like, sir, your milk and cookies await you in the lobby. He's just like, So he comes down in the lobby. If someone calls you at midnight saying that they have something for you, word of the wise, do not go down there, especially if you don't know who they are. But he came down there. He was just like shocked that I was there. He didn't know I was taking the midnight train to go there. But yeah, it was just a fun memory, so I put this crap to kind of highlight it. I sometimes do that if I want to make the page easier to, like a fun memory, to be easier to find when I'm flipping through old journals. I'll just decorate the page somehow, make it stand out more. And this is my prom dress. I literally cut up my prom dress. I was using it as in a quilt, so actually a few quilts I've used it in now. But yeah, my prom dress and Christmas dance dress, and then I wrote about it, and I kind of cut it out as a frame so I could put the prom dress in there and the whole journal not be overly puffy. And this is a journal that I started collaging in. I didn't really use paint back then, just page it like journals. Magazine pages and washi tape. There's a pony. There's another collage. I also did pages for each of the schools I went to. On one page I put a page of memories from that school, and then the other page I put things and songs that reminded me of that time in my life, like things that reminded me of high school, a page of things that remind me of middle school and elementary school and stuff like that. So yeah, there's that one. That's probably the most I've ever written in that short amount of time. This journal really, I don't know, it just felt inspiring, even though I know it's paper, but it did it for me. This journal I also really liked, and it's kind of a lousy time in my life, more than kind of, but yeah, I put some gift tags from Christmas gifts with people's handwriting who gave it to me. Collage. That song was a 3 Days Grace song that I liked. And a very happy collage. Yeah, I lost someone then I was kind of like shocked about. So collage was kind of about that. There's this one. I started getting into collages with paint in this journal. I haven't looked at this journal in a really long time. I haven't looked at it much just because it was a rough time, but there are some happy memories in here too. I'm just trying to find some. That's more peppy. I went sailing around that time, so I got some sailing magazines and cut out crap from them. I put a few photos in here. Oh, here's something I used to do. If I felt like kind of starting the journal over and just wanted a fresh start, like a new start to it, I would just fill a page or two with stickers and make it feel like the next page after that was a new journal. I don't know why I've done that over the years, but I have every now and then. I found some of my childhood stickers. No, stamps. Okay, I don't think those are from when I was a kid. I'm pretty sure I didn't go to Czechoslovakia. I don't know where I got some of this stuff. Someone maybe brought it back to me or something. I've put in an old card from my grandparents from when I was a kid. I put in a few things like that. Here was a collage / this was a pocket that I put stickers while I was using that journal. And songs that take me back. This is like not the most convenient camera setup, but anyway. Songs that remind me of different stuff. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave that one at that. And I lost the thingy for it. That's weird. Well, it has an elastic somewhere, but anyway. Oh, and I want to show you this. This was a journal that was also one of my favorites in life. This one I used pretty much elementary school. So I used this for a number of years. I really liked that one. This one is really old. Okay, you're just gonna, if you can just look at those for a second. I put in a little miniature photo book in the pocket, and I did the usual about me pages with name, age, address, occupation, all that kind of stuff. I pretty much started this journaling kind of to venting, like a lot was happening in my life and my family, like some stuff was happening there. But yeah. Let's see if I can do this without shaking the camera. So I wrote in this old quote just because it was kind of funny. I wrote, I can see, so during my graduation we were staying in a hotel and I didn't notice, I'd been up a lot, so I was really tired, and I just woke up and I just kind of wasn't really conscious yet. And I have my contacts in overnight. I didn't usually do that. So I woke up, I was like, I can see. I literally thought my eyes had been miraculously healed. And I just left my contacts in. But yeah, my family did let me live that one down. I put it in a pocket with a note to myself. It's 2007. I just put a little note to myself with an envelope and an address label with my address and phone number and stuff at the time. Okay, definitely not the best place for a camera. This has a lot of like super intense personal writing, kind of about people, otherwise I could just show it, but here's something. So I did this is kind of amusing. At the top of some of these theme pages I used to write a special feature, like highlights. It's kind of cheesy and fun. But recent books, movies, and websites I was into at the time. Stop buying crap. That site was fun. I tried to find it a while back and couldn't. So yeah, that was a fun story, wasn't it? I did pages on babysitting. Sometimes I used to write if a page was about mostly a certain thing, I'd write the title at the top. I wrote in some quotes from old childhood diaries that I found. Oh, here's something I can show you. I wrote what a dream day would be like. And I'd been connecting with some old like elementary school classmates and stuff, so I did a blast from the past page and wrote some of their names and stuff. And I wrote a quote, "Don't live off the past, create and take chances for the future." I had a New Year's resolution book as a kid, and I wrote this quote in there, and I attribute to myself. I'm not sure who actually said it. I'm going to go with me. But anyway, I also wrote, "Misfortune leads to improvement in the world." I said that when I was a kid. Last time I said something profound. I don't know where. I probably got that from somewhere. I don't really know. But I traced my hand and wrote stuff I want in life. And I just saw something else that I could have shown you, but I don't know where it went. Most of this really was writing. I put a page on I'm aging. And, oh, here it is. Okay. I did a what's in my bag page back then. Back then I had an iPod Nano, a Katana phone. Like, some of the stuff that we have just changes so much over time. It's fun to look back on. I still have that bag and that wristlet too. For some reason I had salt in my bag back then. Caffeinated gum. I've been trying to find that ever since and haven't been able to. I did a New York City pocket map, salt, Advil, Spanish tutorial book. I still have that in my bag. But yeah, some of the stuff changes so much over time and some of it just stays the same. But yeah, I'm going to leave it at that because I don't even know what time, and yeah. So yeah, there's my top 5. Let me know if you'd like a video on my favorite blank journals I'm excited to use, or if you want to see my blank journal collection, or if you have any other ideas or requests, and have a good night. Bye.